Ever wondered if Braxton Hicks contractions actually feel like the real deal when you're in labor? So, today we're diving into the world of Braxton Hicks contractions, and I'm excited to share some insight with you. Braxton Hicks contractions are a topic of interest for many expectant mothers, and one of the most common concerns is distinguishing between these contractions and real labor pains. Many women worry that they won't know when the real deal is happening, or that they'll confuse Braxton Hicks with actual labor. It's a totally valid concern, and it's something that can cause a lot of anxiety during pregnancy. After all, not knowing what's going on with your body can be pretty unsettling. It's natural to wonder, am I really in labor, or is this just Braxton Hicks? This uncertainty can be overwhelming, especially if you're a first-time mom. And even if you've been through it before, it's still easy to second-guess yourself. One of the reasons this confusion exists is because both Braxton Hicks and real labor pains can feel similar. They're both contractions after all, but there are some key differences that can help you figure out what's going on. Understanding these differences is crucial because it can impact your entire pregnancy experience. If you can identify what's happening with your body, you can feel more in control and prepared for what's to come. So, let's dive into the characteristics of Braxton Hicks contractions. These contractions tend to be more irregular, and they often feel like a tightening or hardening of the uterus. They can be uncomfortable, but they're usually not too painful. In fact, some women don't even notice them at all. They might feel like a mild menstrual cramp or a tightening sensation that comes and goes. The key thing to remember is that Braxton Hicks contractions are not usually accompanied by other labor symptoms, like bloody show or a sudden urge to push. On the other hand, real labor pains are usually more intense and regular. They can feel like a strong, intense pressure in your pelvis or lower back, and they often get stronger and closer together as labor progresses. Real labor pains can be accompanied by other symptoms, like back pain, pelvic pressure, or a sudden urge to push. So, one of the biggest differences between Braxton Hicks and real labor is the intensity and frequency of the contractions. So how can you tell if you're experiencing Braxton Hicks or real labor? One key difference is that Braxton Hicks contractions tend to be more uncomfortable than painful. Real labor pains, on the other hand, can be quite intense. Another difference is that Braxton Hicks contractions usually don't change the cervix, whereas real labor contractions can help move the cervix along. If you're unsure, it's always best to reach out to your healthcare provider for guidance. Identifying the differences between Braxton Hicks and real labor is crucial because it can impact your entire pregnancy experience. If you know what's going on with your body, you can feel more in control and prepared for what's to come. In summary, Braxton Hicks contractions are an important part of pregnancy, but they're not the same as real labor pains. By understanding the differences between these two, you can feel more confident and prepared for labor. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear about your experiences with Braxton Hicks contractions in the comments below. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to discuss, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if you're interested in learning more about pregnancy and childbirth, be sure to check out my other video on hypnobirthing.